What's up, YouTube? Do you feel lucky here? I know there's probably literally like 1,000 of these today, and honestly, you know what? I figured, I was thinking I probably wasn't gonna do this, but then I decided, you know what? I kind of want to share the unboxing experience with some of the people that subscribe to the channel and other things like that, and I kind of do have something that's a little more special to go along with this. But if you saw, obviously by the title of the video, it's the my Nintendo Switch unboxing. Plus, I did pick up the Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition. Now, this is the mid-tier one. I missed out on the option to get the one with the cool Master Sword statue, which I did kind of want, but I'm actually quite happy that I did get this. This is probably what more people are going to want to see from this video anyway, and I'm probably going to spend more time on this than the Switch, because the Switch, honestly, I've seen in many videos. I've seen a bunch of videos. I'm sure you guys have too, so I'm not going to spend a huge amount of time, but I kind of want to do my first impressions of it. Plus, I want to unbox this because I know there's a lot of really cool accessories from what I understand here, like kind of looking at the box. So I kind of really want to dig into this and see what we got. But first off, we're going to start off with Switch because obviously it's the system. It's kind of the most important thing. As you see, I've got just the gray Joy-Cons. Nothing too special with the box or anything like that. You know, you got the Switch logo and then just stuff on the side of people playing it, and then on the other side is just also the same. They're just all advertisement stuff, like it is what it is. Like, oh, enjoy it and half things I'm never gonna do with it, honestly. But either way, and then you open it up. Wow, I've actually never, although I do find this weird, this thing wasn't taped, which is not unusual for me for this, but open it up, you get the Joy-Cons and the Switch system right off the top. Man, people are saying that these things are, these things aren't as bad as I thought. Man, I must have big hands because honestly, these things look tiny. Which is also, side note, I did also pick up the last Pro controller that my GameStop had. Luckily, which is cool. But we'll open that up too. But first off, we got the little Joy-Cons, which is this. I think this is the right. This is the left. Let me put this in here. But they're little. I mean, I guess they're not terrible. I mean, I guess with the system in the hand, or maybe like the Joy-Con dock, it's not too bad. But they're little, honestly, and like I have relatively big hands, so I mean they fit. I mean, I'll give them that. They do fit, and they're not bad. But I mean to actually play like this, it's plausible, I guess. But I don't know. Like I said, for somebody with bigger hands, I personally definitely wanted this. For sure, because I know obviously the joysticks are a little bigger and like stuff like that. And I mean, granted, I don't know how competitive, like many competitive gamings are going to be on this thing or anything like that. So I mean, I guess it's not really super, but if you're more used to playing like a PlayStation or Xbox, if you can, I'd most likely, if you have bigger hands, I would probably recommend picking up the Pro controller. But I mean, I guess it's really up to you. I mean, if you buy the Switch, and you could, if you do decide to get this. So now this is the actual Switch itself, which is actually kind of, people are saying it's heavy. I have kind of different impressions. I've watched a few different things, but it's just the little screen. It's got the little kickstand, which I'm gonna have to very, oh yeah, that's plasticky. Just a little kickstand, very, it's nice, it's light, it's the weight, it's thicker than a tablet, for sure. Definitely a lot thicker than a tablet, but it is probably about the weight of a decent sized tablet, maybe like an iPad. I don't actually know. And then these click in there, which is a nice click. I do agree with that. I've heard a lot of people say that. Now this is kind of where I wanted to see. So like, I mean, this isn't terrible. It's obviously, I mean, I can, if you can definitely deal, like, so it's definitely bigger. If you can deal with the 3DS, it's definitely better than 3DS. It's probably a little bit better than a Vita, if you've ever played a Vita, which I do have one in my closet, surprisingly. But it's not as bad. The buttons, you know, I personally still would recommend a Pro controller, but pretty nice. And like I said, I don't want to waste too much time on the console because there's so many, but kind of my first impressions of this. So everything else in the box looks like, so obviously your HDMI cord, your USB-C power brick for this, so like you could either plug it in to the bottom of the Switch here like so, or you could put it into what the dock, which is, I believe, oh no, this isn't the dock, this is the Joy-Con grip, which actually I'm kind of curious to see how this feels as a controller, to be honest with you. Actually, you know, I'm probably gonna whip out so this is what I thought I was gonna have to play with Zelda with, but oh, that's, ugh. I don't know. Yeah, I'm glad I got the Pro Controller. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's a little awkward, I'm not gonna lie. For somebody with bigger hands, which my hands aren't huge, but I definitely have bigger hands. Definitely, I think a normal controller, I mean, this would work. But as you can see, it's okay. It's okay. But also, what else? Oh, it comes with the two little, like the little wrist rests for if you want to play with the controllers individually or have like a single controller to play with people. And then you get a little information booklet. And then this is what I was looking for. Man, they really this feels more securely wrapped than the actual system itself. But the little dock, which oh, I see. So I was curious about that. Like, people say it's so easy to switch out. So it looks as though there's like it's like spring loaded to drop, and it aligns the system itself to the USB-C thing for the dock, so it actually goes in there quite nice. I was curious about that. And then, you got the inside for the AC adapter, kind of like your wire management, HDMI, and a USB port. Which I wonder what the USB, because this thing has two USBs on the side, and I don't know if these are, I don't know what the rating. It looks like a 3.0 on the inside though, but I was curious. Okay, so it has on the bottom of the switch. I don't know if you're probably not gonna see this with my camera, but it's got two little like indents here, and those look like what push down and then guide this in, so you shouldn't have to worry about docking the system ever. Yeah, so it docks right in. So they did it so you don't mess up the port on the bottom, which is nice. So that's pretty cool. But moving on from the Switch, I mean, I do like it. I'm gonna have to actually play. But actually, before I do move on to Zelda, I would like to do one more thing. Yeah, this is what I want to do, guys. I wanted to kind of get a comparison. So this is the regular, the Joy-Cons with the grip or whatever it is, and then this is the Pro controller. As you can see, they are definitely a little bit different. This one is definitely bigger. The thumbsticks are a lot more what you find on like an Xbox controller. The D-pad is much bigger. Your triggers and your bumper buttons much bigger. Obviously the face buttons. So like, if you are more used to playing with like this, so like I'm gonna play Zelda with this. If you got picked up like what Splatoon comes out, you play it a little more competitively or something, I would probably definitely recommend this over this. This works. If you don't want to spend the extra money, this works. But if you want like a more gaming experience, like depending on what you're used to, this is definitely better. I have never been a fan since the N64 days, or the GameCube days, let's say, of Nintendo's controllers. Like I don't mind the GameCube controller, I never mind the N64, but once the Wii and the Wii U, I hate it. I am so happy to have at launch a normal Pro controller that I can play Zelda with, because I would be so irritated if I had that. And the controller does come with a nice USB-A to USB-C adapter for the obviously compatible with the Switch, which is nice because this actually goes with my phone if I ever needed it too. But moving on, I kind of want to do the controller, just do a look at the controllers real quick comparatively. But moving on, I would like to open this. So let's crack on into this and see what we have in here. Okay, well, first off, in this bag, it comes in this box thing, which is kind of huge. This is the carrying case for the Switch, which is somewhat sealed. This thing is actually, wow, this is actually a really nice, it's kind of large, but for protection's sake, I mean, the color's not great. It's like a Sheikah Stone, or I don't know what these are called, if there's something new in the games. That's what I remember. Nice carrying case. It's a nice case. It's got a nice textured feel on the outside. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is real cool. So I'm assuming, oh, this is earbuds and accessories on the inside. So like, you've got like an accessory pouch. This looks like, oh wow, and this looks like, so this is like a game carrying pouch. That's really nice. And then I'm assuming this is like a strap, so you could literally just strap. How does it undock? Oh, it just slides out. So you could this will full on fit the Joy-Cons and the Switch system itself right in here on either side, and it folds over and it's got a nice, nice padded material. You got something for your games. You got something to put like any accessories you might have, so the earbuds and accessories, whatever. I mean, whatever you may have. Like, oh, even if you had the little, if you wanted to have the individual, like the wrist straps and stuff like that. That's real nice. So this is actually probably mainly the reason why I got this collector's edition, even though they didn't have the sword. And then obviously you get the game. Just with the ridiculously big case comparatively to the cartridge inside. We'll open that up in a second, but then it looks like we have the Legend of Zelda soundtrack or sound selection. So you get the CD. So if you like the music, I mean, I personally do like Zelda's music, so I don't mind having this. I mean, granted, I don't know who uses CDs anymore. It'd be nice if there's like a digital code or something on the inside of this, because honestly, I couldn't. I have CDs somewhere, but so yeah, so it is just the CD. So I mean, if you do it, I mean, I guess you could put it in your computer and rip it. Wow, I'm thinking about that. I don't even have a disk drive in my desktop or my laptop, so not quite sure how I'm gonna listen to this. That'll be fun to figure out. But yeah, so it has the main theme. So it actually has quite a lot of music in here, to be honest with you. Wow, it's quite a bit of music. So if you do have a way to play it, that's nice. I mean, it's cool. And then the next thing in here is like this really cool, which it's in this. Does this open? It does open. Okay, so it's in a nice carrying case. It's a gold coin, which it's got like the Sheikah eye on the one side, and then it's got the Z and the Master Sword on another. I don't know how well you can actually see this. It doesn't look like it's too bad, but it's real nice. It's a nice coin. I mean, to put it on display, I mean, I enjoy that they have a nice little protective case for it, in all honesty, just to put it in, to even display it or something. It's even got a Nintendo little seal on the side. That's kind of cool. And then the last thing in here, which I was actually kind of curious about, which I'm probably going to display this, is this nice, oh wow, oh, this is actually really nice material. Wow, almost looks like an old map of Hyrule, which is really cool. This is really nice, like, paper that they put this on. Wow, I would really consider putting this up, so it's like a scroll. It is like a scroll. So it's like a map of Hyrule on one side, and then it looks like it's probably not pertain. I'm assuming in the middle is Ganon, and it looks almost like it's Ganon and Ganondorf. Or no, those look maybe deities, and then like I don't know if there's like the different gods. I guess I'll find out as I play this game. But that's really nice material. Let me see something. So. Okay, so it's a little bit longer. So this is the poster they gave me at GameStop for Legend of Zelda's either side. So which I'm probably gonna display this on my wall. So I'm probably gonna display this side with Link and the arrow. Because I actually got posters like that. I got frames that I know I can get frames that fit that perfectly. So I don't know how it would actually, if I could find something, maybe I'll look up a frame that fit this perfectly. But this is really nice. I would actually want to put this in something. I don't want to put thumbtacks or anything through it. I actually kind of stopped doing that overall, in all honesty. But yeah, that seems to be all that comes in there. So you get the carrying case, you get the scroll, you get the coin, obviously the game, you get the soundtrack. Then I'm assuming the collectors, the higher own, only extra thing. I don't know if it comes with all these accessories or if it just comes with the Master Sword statue, which is nice. I thought it'd be cool to display on my shelf. I mean, granted, I'm running out of room to display things in this office. I'm actually getting to the max point. And then last but not least, obviously you get the game with the little tiny little thing in there. And no, I'm not going to lick the cartridge because I will trust everybody else's judgment on YouTube that these things taste bad, and I don't want to taste it. In all honesty, that just seems, yeah, no, not going to happen. I will let everybody else say, hey, yeah, it tastes really gross by the reactions I've seen. So there is that. So that's everything that I picked up today for my Switch. There's a lot of stuff. This video, well, it didn't go on as too long, actually, in all honesty. Now for my next thing is I'm gonna set it up. No promises on any, like, I'm not gonna play Zelda on the channel. I don't want to honestly deal with Nintendo and all getting part of their partner program or anything. But I will say that if the rumors are true and then there is a Pokemon game for the Switch coming out, that will probably be on the channel because I can easily record it with an HDMI port. And if it's gonna be, I'm hoping it's gonna be a much bigger and deeper Pokemon game. If it's gonna be actually by Game Freak, just like, you know, something like whether it's a sequel to Sun and Moon, Kanto remake, whatever it may be. I'm really looking forward to that. That will most likely be on the channel. I might even go as far to have buy 2 copies of the game if they don't have 2 versions even. And, you know, one will be my personal copy that I play on my own time, and then one will be like a game for the channel that I can let's play and that sort of, because that's kind of like my thing. Like I want to sit back and I want to enjoy Zelda. I mean, if I streamed, maybe, but I don't really at this point. I just kind of want to sit back and enjoy and explore and do everything like that. I don't want to have to tie myself down to like recording in increments or whatever. I just want to be able to do it on my own time. But hope you guys understand that. But if there are any other games that you would really want me to see for the Switch, let me know. Let me know down in the comments down below, or you know, as time goes on, I'm sure I'll post different videos. If there's anything, I do have one. And if you are a subscriber to the channel, and if you do enjoy me and enjoy my content, let me know. I would be willing to look into it, maybe even joining Nintendo's partner program so I could actually post videos to the channel and do that. I've been thinking about doing it for a while, but there hasn't been a real reason for me to. So if there is something that really seems like there is a demand for, let me know. I'd be willing to do it, because I do want to get some more games. I want to try some out for the Switch. I mean, obviously I only have Zelda right now, and as of right now, it seems to be the only game for a while that I'm going to get, until obviously Pokemon. If there's like a new Smash or something, I'm going to get it. If there's some sort of like Pokken sequel or something like that, that'd be something else I would get. Probably will get the new Super Mario game. That I will probably most likely play that, because I do have a way to play more. Other than that, I'm not sure what other games I'm thinking about doing, but either way, I'm rambling here at this point. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you did. Subscribe to the channel if you're excited for Switch content, if you're excited for all the other stuff that I probably have planned going on this channel. Either way, guys, I'm gonna get out of here. Before I do, remember, stay lucky.